Okay, there we go. I am back. Sorry for taking the whole week off. That wasn't the intention. I had one night that I didn't feel well, and then we ended up having family plans and okay, plans again on on Saturday. So nothing you can really do about it. That's just the way it goes sometimes. But this is a bad season for doing extracurricular activities because to those of you who aren't from America, this is Thanksgiving time in America. Work takes off a lot of times. People are, traveling home to see family. They aren't around. For me, that means my family is in town. So I actually get to see them. Because I have siblings that live elsewhere. So plans change, plans come up, all moments notice. So similar to Christmas, but or the holiday season in general. Here, so the beginning of it. Anyway, so I was working on to go through this a little bit. I was working on raffling and gambling because we need that. That's like one of the key features of any of these loyalty bots. People need to be able to buy tickets to the raffle, or they need to buy tickets to gamble. They can bet on whether they're losing. So I have my basic commands up here. That's all well and good, but I was thinking about it, and one of the things I want to do is in my on message, I want to add adding points and possibly removing points from people. So I was going to look something up. Add and remove points from people based on chat commands from the streamer, because they need to be able to do that. That's that allows me to test the bot a little more interestingly. Like, instead of having a 2-ticket raffle, because I don't have the bot on very often, people need points. I can then make it a 1,000-point raffle if I want. But I was thinking about this Java string class. My thought is to take the string that comes in, which is the message, which in this case would be exclamation point add points, for example. I'd like to kind of break that into an array if it's at all possible. I'm kind of hoping that string can do that, the string class itself, and I don't have to write a function that does. But I don't know if it's even in here. Index of last index of. So it's an index whole thing. I want to break it into an array of strings. You just need to look up. Here we go. Split. Splits this string around matches of the given regular expression. Crap. Okay. This is something we can play with, though. Regular expressions are. What if it's just an easy way to do this? Let's look to make sure there isn't some easier way. And copy value of that 2K. My thought is to break this into an array of strings, which I'm hoping this split here can do. So all I have to do is call position 1 to get the name of the person, and then position 2, for example, to get how many points to add. Okay, so in this case, excuse me, they're giving it the dash here, and that's, I'm thinking, at least, splitting it. And what's the... Oh, you need to do it multiple times, maybe. No, that's substring. There it is. Limit. Splits the string around to matches of a... So this is the limit of it. Welcome to... Okay. So this is what I want. And that makes that easy. Oh, hey. Welcome back. Hash maps for everything. You might want to turn your mic sensitivity up. Might be that... I think I was mumbling. Got a bit of a throat thing. Let me see, though. Let's just try that. See if that's a little louder. I think I was mumbling into my hand, so I wasn't coming across properly. Let me know if that fixed it, or at least made it a little better. So, I have this temp message equals a substring. Why was I using that? If the message is greater than 7. Yeah, it cuts out when I talk quietly. I kind of have the mic a little far away from me, so it's not it's not picking it up, and I want to make sure it's not picking up residual noise like the heat when that kicks on, or the refrigerator, or microwave. So I have it set. I have it far away. If I were here, I'm sure it would be fine all the time, but I'm usually sitting here because I don't like having it in my face. A lot of people actually have it covering their faces, which to me defeats the purpose a little bit. So, yeah, it will if I'm mumbling, which I do. I'll try and stop that now. Okay, so here's this temp message. What was I using this for, though? Okay. I was using that to get the first 7 characters, which is going to equal either gamble or raffle, but now maybe I should swap this. Instead, do this split. So string. Wait, do I do it there? It's been so long since I've used arrays. I don't think I do it there. I think I do it. String message args. Let's just call it that. Equals message dot split space. So, excuse me. Jeez. So this should split up the message into what I'm calling message args, which should give me, for multiple arguments, should allow me to see what the options are that people are giving me without having to create a function to do it. How is it going to know it's an array? Isn't that the split returns an array? But I probably have to do this, don't I? String that. Or does it go like this? It's been so long since I've done any. I've actually been working more with vectors than I have arrays. This is oh, for loops. This is not new ground, but it's old, forgotten ground, I suppose. The better way to say that. Or do I put them here? I just don't like firing up my bot a whole ton of times if I don't have to. I should probably copy this out. And let's do a new class so we can play around with this. New class. Let's call it string test. And then instead of the sample method, we're going to do click void name. Oh, why is that? Is that like? Oh, I'll figure that out. That's right. It's not here. Public static void main string args through. So let's just do that whole thing. Is that? Get rid of that. Okay. All right. So we're gonna do string test string. We're gonna set this equal to. Let's do the add point or add. Let's just do add Dagenham lol for. Do that. Then string test args equals to string test string dot split like that, and then system dot out dot print ln test args 1. Okay, so there is an error. Oops. Oh, nope. Oh, that was lowercase. File. Can I find symbol split? Is it actually lowercase? It is lowercase. Jeez. Made uppercase again. Split. All right, lowercase. Incompatible types. Meant to be that. Let's just do 0. Just for safety's sake. File. Now you're just messing with me, right? Let's try that. Oh. Split. I have it spelled right. It's of the class string. Or is this what you were talking about with how's it going to know it's an array? str.split string. Next, the limiting regular expression. The result threshold, which means how many strings to be returned. Right. Compatible type. All right, Java array. Stick with this. Oh, is that? I have to do it here. Oh man. There. There it is. Okay, so that solved that problem. So let's go back and change it from dash to space. Add. Good. So if I okay, you have the string declared as an instance variable before the methods. No, if I sound like a fool, I'm dead serious. I'm in my first computer science class. It's fine. This is all really basic stuff. I've just managed to forget it because I don't use arrays and I don't use Java that much. So it's you were right. I had to declare this as an array in order to take this array. But now I know how it works. So let me copy that. Paste that there. Let me grab this, put that there, grab this, put that, oops, put that there, get rid of that, and there we go. Okay. A little bit different than what we had, but this will now take the string. Let's scroll all the way up to the top for a second here. This would return an array of size 3. Position 0 would be gamble. Position 2 would be 5. Position 3 would be lose. This would have a size 5, which would have gamble, open, 1, 5, then win, lose. So here, this one would be 4. I mean, basically, you can count the number of spaces and add 1. That'll give you how many elements will be in the array. Okay, because I'm splitting on spaces, just to make that clear. I can probably get rid of temp message then at this point. Because instead of temp message dot equals ignore case, gamble. Oh, no, I actually tested this. If my split runs on something that doesn't have any spaces, it just returns whatever it is. So I don't have to worry about that. Yeah, I think this is unnecessary in all honesty. I'm going to comment it out for now. You just do with those two. But I think what I can do is I can do message args 0 like this. I shouldn't have. And that just simplified it a little bit because now I can use that message args 0 to always check to see what the actual command was, which is really helpful actually. Okay, so I have points. I have gamble if it's from me, which I need to get set so it's whoever owns the stream at some point, but not yet. I have raffle if it's me, and then I have gamble if it's anybody else. And the bot has to be in the gamble status. And then I have raffle, anybody else, and it's in the raffle status. And also this means you can't join your own, but that's fun. And then I have my close function here, which I still need to do that. I still need to make that a function. But anyway. Let's just make sure temp message is completely gone. Just scroll through this. And since these three green went down. Oh, there it goes. Okay. I hope I didn't lose anything. Maybe that was just on my end. I don't know if it went down at all. possible that my Flash player just bugged and went black, so I really don't know. I'll have to check my save videos after I'm done here. Okay, so right, that's all the close. Let's just build this here. Else if, let's copy this. Although maybe add is too specific, or rather not specific enough. Like a lot of things could use just add. But at the same time, I don't know. This is something that maybe later I can come back and adjust what this does. Give people the option to maybe instead of add points, you want it to be add balls. All right, there we go. Add bucks, or add, I don't know, rupees, or rubles. That's a fun word. So, maybe people want it to be that for at least the testing purposes, which is, of course, what we're doing here. I'm just going to leave it as add. Fine. Okay. Add. And then we need to make sure it's got at least 2 more values. So I need, oh wow, I didn't know you could just loop through an array like that, in all honesty. I thought you had to, oh geez, you can do that. All right. Array.length. Okay, so you can do .length. That was so I wasn't sure. So this is add, and then let's do an additional one. If message args dot length is greater than 1. Oops. And this way, we'll make sure that there's more than that 1 argument in there. Because if there's only the 1, then we're going to be trying to add in, we're going to be trying to access outside of the array, which you can't overstep an array. It's against the rules. That'll cause a fault and prevent your program from running. So, but not until runtime. So that'll actually cause a runtime error. If message args.length is greater than 1, and this is where I need to do something here. Set watching equal true. Okay, so I'm going to do something like this. Oh. Okay. So, sender. I don't need sender. This is going to be message args1. And instead of set watching, add points. Add points, and then I need to, if that is a string, I do 2 double. So I'm just, that's fantastic. 2 character array, uppercase trim, and so I can't do 2 double. I think I did this already. I need to remember where I did this. Converted a string to a number. Might have actually been in here. This is int value. So this is back and forth between integers and doubles. There's some tracking points that people get in doubles, so you can track partial points in the case that you don't want people to gain a point a minute. But obviously, when you buy tickets, you have to take into account whole points, not half points or partial points. Income ticket cost. Points is something else. Doing this. I know I was doing this. Well, I mean, let's do some research on this real quick. Java. It's string to double. Okay, there it is. Double dot parse double. Instead of text, it's going to be message args 2. So now, so what this has to do, it has to declare a new Twitch viewer with the name of the person that I give it. Then it has to get the index of that viewer using the temporary Twitch viewer that I created. And it returns a link of that to this variable. And then that variable allows me to actually do stuff to it. So I can actually run functions on it like this. And actually, I'm going to swap this to 2. Now, that should allow me to add points. I don't have any error checking in place yet, so it's possible this is going to be a problem if I don't give it everything exactly as it needs it. What did I have it at? Oh, I had too many S's. S key's getting a little bit overuse there, apparently. All right, there we go. All right, let's run it. I'll add points to myself, and then I guess I should have printed something out to the console just to make sure. All right, so at the moment, it doesn't think anybody's watching. That's fine. This is all kind of irrelevant. Add clutter of cats. Oh, let me check this first, so we can actually points. Take a look at. All right, so I had 25 points. Now add clutter of cats 10. Yeah, the bot doesn't run a whole lot. Here, I'll tell you what. I'll do this. Add. We'll do that. Give everybody a few points here. That worked. 36. It added my 10 points. All right, I'm going to see what happens if I give it a name that doesn't exist, because this is a little important. Add blarg, and then be at 15. Program's still running, so I think in this case it's just soft errors. It can't find the person, so it probably returns a null value and just doesn't go anywhere. Okay. Good. Let's close that. Set the virtual machine. Okay, so that is add points. And that'll allow me to do bigger tests with tickets. So that way, if nobody else is watching, I can use my account, Cigna's account, and our joint account, which is Clutter of Cats. And we can do different points values and buy tickets like that. So that's good. I needed this add function in place. But also, what we managed to do is test the other functions too, because message args was working for everything. In fact, I could just do this. Oops. If I paste properly. So now, everything uses that first part of it. So if someone were to do exclamation point points 5, 6, 7, 8, it doesn't matter. It'll grab points and it'll still display the points. Cool. Ah. Just remembering this a little bit. All right, so this can go away. Backspace that. All right, there we go. All right. So that also means that I can now use this new message args to set. Oh, I hadn't really thought about this. To set the status in terms of number of tickets that can be purchased and how many points they're worth, which I do not have being tracked at this point, obviously. This was something else I had been considering and then blanked on. I was thinking it might be worth creating a whole class based on status, maybe? That might be overkill. But it's a consideration. Integer total tickets. So set that to 0. Private integer. Let's swap this around. Ticket total, ticket cost. I swapped that around because it's easier now to tell what each one of them is immediately. I can look at them and go, ticket. It's part of the ticket information. If it's the other way around, I have to read total and then ticket. Minor thing, but it puts what it's related to first. It also means it's easier to look at and see here. Like you can see I do it here, bot name, bot pass. I don't have to initialize these. And I am still going to put if statements in here. Make sure that the proper number of arguments are passed so that I'm not trying to reach beyond the number of arguments that are there. And that's just done like that. Although actually in this case, I can do this. If bot equals D, D stands for default. 2 ampersands means and. 2 pipes, as they're sometimes called, which look like these vertical bars, it stands for or. Okay, so there's probably a parse integer. Java integer. Prass, yes, prass. Prass int, very good. String s, okay, good. Okay, so ticket cost equals right, it's integer dot parse int, and then message args. Oh, actually, let's make this greater than 3, because it needs to take the basic function, which is going to be gamble, and then it needs to take cost of ticket and then number of ticket. Okay, cost total. In this case, the ticket cost is going to be first, so that puts it right after the command, which means it'll be in position 1. So the command is in position 0 because Java and C++ start at 0. And ticket total is going to equal integer.parse int message args, and that's going to be in position 2. And then something I hadn't considered, and I definitely need to start thinking about it. Less so for raffling, since the point of the raffle is just to try and win whatever's being raffled. Gambling, on the other hand, needs to track what the person is gambling on. So when it does this, I'll need to take in another option that tracks how many options, or maybe a list of options, so that when people buy gambling tickets, it tracks which option they select. I hadn't really thought of that before. And I think I'm going to have to think about that a little much. So I'm going to make a comment to that here. Track option list. Add gamble option to viewer class. Okay. Just making notes, just so I know. I know that. I know that I won't forget that, because I will if I don't notate it. All right. Ticket cost, ticket total. Oh, yeah, I should do this here too, just so it kind of separates it visually a little bit. Points to a specific. Ugh, man, I'm terrible at typing today. User at most days. Maybe add options to add points to all users or all currently watching users. This will all come later, but this is another option I was thinking of, something that adds, like, if you have the bot go down for a few minutes, let's say it goes down for 5 minutes, when you start it back up, you could do !add all, and it just adds points to everybody, or maybe add watching, and it only adds points to who's watching. So that way they still get credit for that time. All right, let's just get this in place. So it needs that message args. except this might need a less for the raffle. Needs to take in the command raffle, and then yeah, this only needs to be greater than 2. Needs to take in the command for raffle, which would just be !raffle, which is covered up here. Then needs to take in the total, the points cost per ticket, and then the total tickets by 3 options. So I just need that to be greater than 2. Cost, ticket total. These will then feed in. Oh, let's also reset those. Ticket cost equals 0. Ticket total equals 0. Just so, in case anybody managed any shenanigans, you can buy 0 total tickets. Joined. Campbell joined. I'm going to do the raffle first because I don't have the Twitch viewer set up at the moment to even store which option they picked for gambling. Message args dot length is greater than 1. Maybe something similar to this. Lost my place. Moment this isn't a function. Probably will be at some point. Okay, so now instead of message args 1, this is going to be put to sender. You're buying a raffle ticket for yourself. You're not going to buy them for somebody else. Which, you know, maybe at some point that would be an option. And then instead of add points, let me buy tickets. Oh, nice. It takes tickets, cost. Would that? Oh, probably middle of type. Oh. I'm gonna check out where the error is. Oh, I probably hit that while I was doing something else. All right. Gamble joined, raffle joined. All right, so buy tickets. You'll notice I've got this reversed here, which maybe I should fix. And then I have number of tickets, which is an option that they're giving me. That's going to be message args 1, which I need to integer dot parse int 1. And then I need to do ticket cost. I would, for example, let's say I'm joining a raffle. I would do !raffle 5 to buy 5 tickets. The number of tickets I want to buy is picked by me. Cost of the ticket is set by the streamer. Something else I just considered. Let's wrap this in an if message args 1 is less than or equal to ticket total, then we run this. And this is something that you kind of learn to work with in time. users will give you bad data. And you need to make sure that you aren't just helping them pass that data along. So this will help make sure that the number of tickets the person's trying to buy is equal to or less than the total number of tickets they are allowed to buy. Now I'm going to do one more. And is greater than 0. So they have to at least buy one ticket. They have to buy fewer tickets than the maximum, or equal to the maximum number of tickets. Now, I don't have time to test all this tonight, but this is all set up so we can give it a try. I still need the random functions, which are not in place yet, and I still need to do some other stuff. So this is, I guess, talking about testing, it's a little early, but getting there. Because buy tickets is intelligent enough. I built that function to be intelligent enough. If you were to go back and look at the stream, assuming it got saved, it might have been lost. Let me review it real quick just so I can kind of show it off. So buy tickets checks to make sure you have enough points to buy the number of tickets you are attempting to buy. And then it subtracts the appropriate amount of points from your queue and gives you the appropriate number of tickets. If you try and your points is greater than or equal to ticket cost. Okay, this is in case. So, okay, you didn't have enough points to buy the number of tickets you claimed. This is making sure that you have enough points to buy at least one ticket. As long as you can buy at least one ticket, it will give you the maximum number of tickets given your points value. So, for example, you have 50 points. Tickets are 10 points each, let's say. And you say, I want to buy 6 tickets. Well, this isn't going to work because that's going to be 60 points. Can't do it. But you do have more points than a single ticket, so it will figure out the maximum number of tickets you can buy, give you those tickets, and you will buy 5 tickets. So, again, all just error checking and making sure that the user can't circumvent the functionality. I'm going to have to add in a new function. What time is it? All right, let's do this. Private string viewer option. Well, let's do G option. That's their gambling option. And then public void set G option. So take a string, capital. Temp option. And do viewer G option equals temp option. Copy that, paste it. Instead of void, let's change this to string. Instead of set, let's do get. There are no variables needed. This is just going to return viewer G option. Okay. Let's just make sure I have that all spelled right. Viewer Goption. Good old viewer Goption. All right. So here it's set. Anytime the user gets instantiated, they get a viewer G option. Here we have a set. So when the gamble is entered, the option that they set will get passed to their value. And then here's where you can get it, so that when you close the gamble, you can check to see who won. All right. Just going to run a compile on that. Oh, hey. Add operand for... Oh. Right. This needs to be integer.parsed. I keep doing parsed. Parse int. I need to do this. So that needs to be an integer so I can actually compare it. I left it as a string, which is... I actually need to do this again here. Probably turn this into a variable in all honesty. Yeah, let's just do that. Int or integer temp tickets some of this nasty. It's not too bad, but it's better to kind of clear it out, make it look pretty. And this way it doesn't have to calculate it those 3 times, which I'm sure it's a minor thing, but it still requires processor power. So it's better to do that once than it is to have to force it to do it 3 times. Okay, so if temp tickets is less than or equal to ticket total and temp is greater than 0. Good. Let's try this again. Good, compiled. We are syntactically correct for now. Next stream, which let me look at the calendar real quick here. Might be the 26th. Not going to promise it. The 26th is the day before Thanksgiving here in America. And it's... I don't know. I can't promise my availability, unfortunately. My siblings won't get to see them more than a handful of times a year. If they are in town, I will not be streaming. If they're not in town, I'm going to try. We might have some errands to run that night anyway, since Thanksgiving is on Thursday. So, I will try. I will try. I know I missed all of last week. I need to make that up, kind of. But schedules are what schedules are. If I'm not here on Wednesday, to anybody in America, happy Thanksgiving. To anybody else, I hope you have a really good week. If I do see you on Wednesday, I'll be saying that again. But thank you for joining the stream. Thank you for watching this on YouTube, if that's where you're seeing it. Once again, I am Dagenham Lol. This on Twitch. This is Clutter of Cats on Twitch. And if you have any questions or need to talk to me at all, you can send me a message here. You can send it to me on YouTube. Wherever, I'll get it. And thank you for watching.